You're watching the 2019-20 SCAC Basketball Media Days. Today, we're taking a look at the Texas Lutheran University men's basketball program. The Bulldogs, of course, coming off a successful campaign a season ago in which they registered a record of 18-10, 11-5 in SCAC play, co-SCAC regular season champs, the SCAC tournament champs, and an appearance in the NCAA tournament. The Bulldogs will once again be led by head coach Mike Wacker, along with junior guard Sebastian Andrade. And Coach Sebastian, thanks so much for joining us today.
Of course. Thank you.
Coach, heading into your fourth season as the head coach there in Seguin, this year as the defending champs, what do you love so much about this time of year with respect to the challenges that a new season brings? And how excited are you just to get the guys back together and out there on the floor playing basketball again?
Oh, I'll tell you, it's these guys right here and all the other 14 guys. I just love spending time with them. Of course, our associate head coach, Austin Falke, and assistant coaches Steve Porter, and now graduate assistant Jacob Cormetis. They're just a great group to all be around. The anticipation that you feel waiting for October 15th, and you kind of, you hadn't had a chance. I knew what this guy could do, but I didn't know what the new guys were going to be able to do until you get to watch them, and then you kind of develop your team and get an identity, and then now you get to try it out against other people. So it's going to be a really fun year, and I really enjoy our players.
Sebastian, entering your junior season on a team with 11 underclassmen, how have you sort of seen your role change from a leadership perspective, and how are you shouldering, that going into this preseason camp?
Well, I think coming into this season, as a returning starter, I believe that there's a lot more, I got to be a lot more vocal this time around. I have to have a lot of the guys in check, making sure I hold everyone accountable. But I feel like the guys are all around, we love each other, and I'm just making sure that we keep a positive mindset going into every game, and, making sure that if someone's down, that I'm there to pick them up, or making sure other people come in and pick them up. But I just think that this team is really coming in real strong, and they're making the leadership role pretty easy for me.
Coach, you graduated 6 seniors from that championship team a season ago. What are the challenges for you and your coaching staff as far as trying to fill those roles? And what have you seen from some of these underclassmen, maybe some of these unknown players as camp has unfolded that gives you confidence that you'll be able to try and piece those roles back together with these new players?
You bet. Well, I'm really excited about our returners. That group of 6 seniors, with the exception of one, played a very similar role to this junior class that we have when they were young. And they had to kind of, play a backup role. And then when their time came, then they were able to step up and make plays and do the things that we needed to have them to do. And those 6 guys did it, along with these other guys playing that role. So I think, Caleb Lister and Jameer Mason, along with Sebastian, we've got a transfer in, Jordan Kite, who's going to give us tremendous leadership. And then Brock Weaver is a terrific young point guard. We've got a host of guys that I think are going to really make a big difference in terms of trying to help us continue to be competitive in this great league.
Sebastian, a season ago, you started 26 games, averaging 11.3 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 1.2 assists per game, playing nearly 30 minutes a night on your way to an honorable mention all-conference performance season. What did your offseason look like? What did your summer look like in terms of continuing to grow as a basketball player to make sure you were as prepared as you possibly could be going into your junior year?
Well, I think that I treat it as some type of way. I really want to make sure I can be the best player I can possibly be. Every offseason I'm trying to get stronger in the weight room and, trying to get as many shots as I can. Also throwing in a lot of conditioning. I got a younger brother who runs cross country. So, I'm getting in that conditioning with them with running all those miles. But, just coming in and day and night and making sure that I get the most out of my workouts. And, sleep is also important for me. So getting good rest is important and just taking care of my body. And I think that, this offseason went pretty well. And I'm really excited for a big year, and I'm ready for what the guys are ready to do this year as well.
Coach, as I looked at this team a season ago, you were the lone team in the SCAC that was in the top 3 in both scoring offense and scoring defense. How important is that balance for your success, and how do you continue that moving into this season?
Well, I think it's critical. I mean, we talk all the time, and Coach Falk is pretty much our defensive coordinator. We talk about defending, making sure we do a great job on that end by getting back. Don't let them have transition baskets. I also feel like Coach Porter has helped us with our rebounding. And then we've got to score the ball. I mean, the name of the game is to make sure you can get enough quality shots. We try to have low turnovers. We led the conference in that. And then we try to get great shots. We shot great percentages all along the board. On the two-pointers, we were above 50. Three-pointers were above 33. And then, of course, at the foul line, it's so critical. We were among the tops. And I think this group has a chance to do those things, but it's going to take a little time to kind of bring that together. We're just excited to get started.
Sebastian, preseason is such a unique time of the year. There are obviously a lot of challenges and some difficult moments during preseason as you prepare for a new year, but what is your favorite part of camp and kind of getting back with the guys and getting ready for a new season?
My favorite part is just building new relationships with the guys. I think that we, go through so much during workouts, and we're all in this together. And the relationship that we all have and just building it like a brotherhood, it's just, there's no better feeling than that. And, I love every single one of the guys, and I'm thinking that I'm playing with them every day, because I wouldn't rather play with anyone else. And I'm glad the coaches, with the scouting that they have, they know who's best for the program. And just these off-season workouts have been, going really well. The guys have been working really hard, and I'm real proud of them. And we're just, the lead up is here now, to the first game that we play today. I think that everyone's just real excited, and we can't wait to get at it.
Coach, we've talked in the past about the challenges this league provides from top to bottom. It truly is an any given night league, year in and year out. What do you love about the challenges that this league presents, and what is kind of your message to your team in order to make sure they're as prepared as possible, knowing that 1 or 2 games can really make a huge difference when it comes to the standings at the end of the year?
Well, I think Nate Josephs and Alex Cage helped us a couple years ago refocus on just going 1-0 and winning the day. And I think that's what you got to do in this league. I mean, this is a tremendous conference, great coaches, great universities, great players, and they're all committed. They all have high basketball IQs. They all can play the game at a very high level. And so every night you've got to be ready to bring it. And there's going to be some nights where you're going to struggle, and then you got to bounce back. I mean, one of the great things about it is back-to-back games, because builds a lot of depth in your program, allows a lot of guys to get out there on the floor, and it also presents an immediate challenge which you can respond to. If you happen to mess up on Friday night, you could try to come back on Saturday, so you don't have to wait a whole long time. I love that about it. I think the leadership and direction the conference office, all of you all provide, really creates an environment where this league is second to none in Division III. I really love the officials, the opportunities for those guys to present a fair, balanced, competitive environment, and I just think it's the greatest. It's so much fun. We really build our program on bringing in our kind of guys that fit our school and fit our program. We want them to graduate, and we want them to compete for championships. It's very difficult to do that in this league, and but it's fun and it's exciting, and we're ready to accept the challenge again to go with this group of guys as we try to pursue excellence.
Finally, Sebastian, to wrap things up with you, as you've had discussions with your teammates throughout camp about some of the goals for this 2019-2020 Bulldogs program, what have those discussions looked like, and what are some of those goals as you head into the new season?
I think some of the goals, are, coming back, and we want to win conference championship again and, go far in the national tournament. But I think it's just taking it one day at a time, just as the year before, going 1-0. And I think that, just trying to get as many wins as possible, and we'll learn from the losses. And I think that our main goal is just to try to get better every single day. Going into practice every day that's what our motive has almost been, just getting better every day. And trying to make sure, we don't have any lousy practices, coming in and working. But I think also just another goal and set is just, being the best to each other off the court, We want to make sure we're the best people off the court as well as we are on the court. And, just small goals like that is what we've been setting for.
And finally, Coach, to wrap things up with you, this season is successful in your mind if what plays out. What are you looking for from this team to kind of continue to make those next steps and continue to build this program in the manner that you've already, built to this point in your career?
Well, I think we got to make sure that we keep playing hard, we play smart, we play together, and we have fun. The winning part takes care of itself if you just do your best and don't sweat the rest. I think it's very important that our guys care about each other. As you could tell, Sebastian understands that. He's helping these young guys that have come in try to feel that and build those relationships. And then we got to go to work every day. I like what Coach Saban says. It takes what it takes. And I think this group is understanding what it takes to be a champion. And then you just leave it all out there on the court with no regrets. So we're really excited about this season, and I'm having a great deal of fun, or we're having a great deal of fun together.
The Texas Lutheran University men's basketball program. Again, the Bulldogs will be led as they head into the season under head coach Mike Wacker, along with junior guard Sebastian Andrade. The Bulldogs will open up the 2019-2020 campaign when they take on Hardin-Simmons on November 8th. Coach Sebastian, thanks so much for joining us, and best of luck as you head into the season.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate everything.